Shadowblade here with another episode of Factorio. And when last we left, let's see. When last we left, I was trying to figure out what all this crap was. Here we go. And we ran out of stuff to research, I guess, except for these things. But this, like, you have to, like, make these things, and it's bizarre. Basically, with module science, you make a separate science thing here. Can we make those circuit boards somewhere? Yeah. So you make some of these, and then you can make the actual labs, and then the labs start producing things or something. I don't know. It's weird. So I'm not going to get into it just yet. As you can see, they take weird things that we don't know how to make yet, including ferric chloride solution. No idea. Although I think we can do ferric chloride solution with some of this stuff. So, as you can see, I've pretty much broken things down into component form. Basically, from the gas side of things, this all breaks down into acid gas, methane, ethane, and butane. And then these can be cracked down into into alcohols of each type. The acid gas, I'm not quite sure yet, but I believe... Anyways, I'll get to that in a second. And then the mineral or the oil stuff breaks down into mineral oil, fuel oil, and naphtha. Now, the fuel oil seems only good for fuel stuff at the moment. And then, of course, we have our sulfuric wastewater up here, which I just put into one of these hydro plants just to have it start like making sulfur. And as you can see, it makes it super fast. It also gives us some purified water and mineralized water should we need it for anything. I'm just barreling it up at the moment. But, so yeah, we've got this kind of broken down. So then I pulled out all of the different, like, chemical things. This can only make this compressed air, which we've done before, so it's kind of useless. The liquefier does a number of different things, but it looks like the advanced assembly machine or chemical plant does the same things. So I suppose if you needed something small with just this, you could make these or use these. But otherwise, you'd want to use the chemical plants for pretty much everything else. Our steam cracker takes all these things and makes the alcohol versions of them. So methane becomes methanol, plus some residual gas, all that sort of thing. You can do the naphtha cracking to propane, propene, which is... Oh, I didn't even look at that. Is it the same? Yeah. Propene, which is good because we need propene for plastic. To make plastic, you need propene. And so we've got two ways to do that, it looks like. Either through this red naphtha stuff or through methanol gas. Right? So we can take this methanol, methane, crack it into methanol, and then crack it again into propene. So I'm not sure which one's more efficient at the moment. That'll all come later. And then, of course, we've got electrolyzers, which just makes our hydrogen and oxygen from different types of water. And then, like, chlorine, hydrogen, and sodium hydroxide from saline water. So, interesting stuff. But what I was thinking about was, we wanted to get, like, slag processing going so that we don't have just umpteen million tons of slag built up. And we also wanted to get... what was it? Sulfuric acid going. So this is sulfur dioxide gas and purified water. Well, we've got purified water right over here that we're making out of this stuff. So all we would need is the sulfur dioxide gas. And it looks like we can get that from two methods. Either this calcium cracking from calcium sulfate and silicon ore, or we can get it from sulfur and oxygen, right? Now, there's different ways to make sulfur. One of the ways is to take hydrogen sulfide gas and oxygen gas and make it that way, which is what we could do with this acid gas if we had green metal catalysts, which are down here, which require some crazy ores that we don't really have yet. So that's kind of a no-go for now. I think this is probably the better way to do it at some point, right? I don't know. Because otherwise this acid gas doesn't seem to do anything else. So, I suppose, you know, that's something that we could do eventually. But for now, we have the sulfur from our little thing over here. So we could just take it, make sulfur, and mix it with some oxygen, which is easy to get with our compressed air dealio over here. And do it that way. So I think that's what we'll do. Those are made in what? Our chemical plants. Let's pick that up. So if we wanted to make some sulfuric acid, we could basically do it right up here, just out of this wastewater, which is kind of cool. But we want to do this for the slag. And so if we go back up to our slag kind of processing area, where I just pulled out all the different slag machines, the crystallizer, no, it's this stuff, right? We're taking, oh, that's after we get the mineral sludge. So from our liquefier here, sulfuric acid and slag makes slag slurry. Easy peasy. The slag slurry then goes into here with some purified water and a coal filter, and that makes sulfuric wastewater and this slag crap. So let's see, and then we send that in here and make whatever ores we want. So let's pick this stuff up. Let's head over here to kind of our water area. Maybe down over here. Got some saline water there. And let's see what we can do with all of this nonsense, because it feels like it's a loop. What's the best way to make purified water? Oh, we could just do steam into purified water. Oh, that seems awesome. Let's do that. Because remember we've got these, where are they? Electric boilers. We need a pump. Need a pump for some water. Where? I don't want to look for it. Pump. Pump. Offshore pump. There we go. Alright, then we'll snag our electric boiler. And there we go. It's making steam. Beauty. And then we'll need a Cooling tower. Cool. Let's put it here in case we need. This is steam, so it's going to want purified water. Beauty. There we go. We're just making like tons of it. Quick and easy. All right. So purified water. What was that for? I don't even remember now. Oh, we needed purified water to make the stuff. Right. So here we wanted to make that is not what we want there. I'm losing my mind, guys. Losing it completely. We had this guy. This way was doing what for us? Oh, the slag slurry. Slag and sulfuric acid. Okay, so we need sulfuric acid first. And that is what? We actually need another one of these things. I think chemical plants would work too, but I like the designs of these ones. They're bigger. So let's see, this would be sulfur dioxide gas. This would be sulfuric acid. Naturally, they're in the wrong place. So what we could do is something like this. Sulfuric acid. Sulfur dioxide. Let me go pick up one of those things. And we're going to want to make a flare. Man. Basic electronic boards. You can see we're almost completely out of our bobmonium. We are out of our, whatchamacallit, sapphirite from coming down there. It was empty. Basically, all the ores that were in our starting area are almost completely depleted. Which is pretty crazy. Let's pick up some iron just because we'll probably need it. And then we'll snag some circuits. Thank you. Because we want a flare here. And poop. Well, I I forgot. I said I was going to go down there and get that thing. Oops. It's definitely not pretty, our gas and oil setup right now. I just kind of threw it all out just to see what everything went to. Later on I can redo it and make it purty. Let's snag that one. Oh man, we're full of stuff. We can't do research because we don't have blue science. Oh, but we do have gray science, right? So we could potentially... Sniper turret sounds like fun. Start doing some military stuff. Okay. For now, we'll just get a chest here. Oh man, I forgot to get the actual sulfur. I'm a silly person. Where's our thing? This guy. And actually, we need more than just him. I remember. So if we go like this and say this, and then we need a... What? I don't think it's a liquefier. No. Was it a... chemical plants? I think it was. I think it was a chemical plant. Thank you. And we'll just feed you into there. And we want you to make air separation air. Right? Yep. And now I'm out of the stone that I used on the ground because that's the way this is. You never have what you need when you need it. While we're running around, let's run over here and grab the sulfur that I forgot. Okay. What other army stuff can we get? Explosives, combat robots, laser turrets, could be cool. I guess we'll just keep going in order. So we'll snag all this sulfur. Man, I need some like equipment, leg equipment. Okay. Flamethrower, go. Oh yeah, I remember it was like 2 of these. It was like 3 to 2 or something like that, but for now we'll just do what we need to do. I think I already made one of you, right? Yep. We'll flare off the... Did I make steel pipe again and not... And not stone pipe? Stone pipe. There's some stone pipe. Alright. So we'll flare that off. We will... Alright, so we got some of that in there. Let's throw our sulfur in there. Why do we have science packs? Here. Science packs can go in there now. For now, too. And then this... Oh, we need... Here. And voila! We are making some sulfuric acid. Beautiful. Let's... Let's make a container for you. Actually, let's. What are these inline things? Let's try one of these. That's kind of cool. There. We'll fill that up with some sulfuric acid. Okay. Sulfuric acid is a go. Next we need the liquefier for slag slurry. I wonder if I could... Oh man, this is already annoying me. Landmines, do it. I wonder if I could... Can I make Mark IIs of these, more of these? Make 2 of those. I wonder if these inline tanks are kind of in the position where we can stack them. Because that would be awesome. Maybe that's what they mean by inline tank. Yes. Nice. And so what we could potentially do here is we go like this with this guy. Oh, down one, down one. Like so. And we want copper. Boom. And we do something like couldn't do that because we've got them stacked. We'd have to bring them down one. Oops. Something like this. Yeah. Then we would have our slurry come out. Like so. Because I'm not sure how much of this is actually doing stuff. And then, now that we have the slag slurry, then we do what? Do we crystallize it or do we filter it? I think we filter it. Yep. Purified water, slag slurry, coal filters. Okay, that's silly. Huh. Then we got purified water there. Beauty. And we've got wastewater. Oh, and we got wastewater. And so the wastewater, we would want to do something like this. We need one of these guys. Washing plant? No. Look at this. Just look at the size of this thing, man. Sulfuric wastewater. This. Water purification. Like so. This would be like this, because it's the same stuff. This stuff we'd have to figure something else to do with. I think for now what we would do is, give me a clarifier. Bring this up here and then just clarify this stuff. Seriously? Mm-hmm. Why are we not? Oh, we have no slag. We have none of these coal thingamajammas. All right, but that's kind of the circuit there. Then we crystallize the slag slurry into this crap. What is that? So that's lead and tin. Oh, nickel and quartz. And actually with these, we would probably have like a bunch of these either down here or closer to where we actually output our ores and just pipe the slurry up there with these guys. But for now, we would just go something like this. Oh, here we go. And there we go. The circle is complete. Could even do something like this. And then we make our... Where do we make those things? Here? 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 Yeah. These coal filters. Sure, make all of those. And we'll put those in here, and then they'll feed them into this. Wait, what? Oh, here. We're still making all these things. And there we go. And then this would also going to be ejecting out let's do a fast inserter. Probably can't do it with one of these. Yeah. We need a big one. Oh, we have big ones. Sorry. Squeak through. Fast inserted. And then we would just need our slag down here, but what we could do with that is something like... Where'd I put it? I'm going to need 2 of them. Then we snag one of these guys. Huh. And it begins. I see a fatal flaw in my deal here. We need this here, making these. Get out of the way, trees. You bother me. And holy crap, we've been going too long on this one, but it's okay. We got our thing here done, and what we would do here, bring this down just a smidge. Why aren't you? Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? Take the coal from here and put it in there. Yes? No? Oh, I see. I see. Fatal error in judgment. And we need a box. And so, yeah, we got a little bit of 40%, 40%. Not sure how that works. I think it's each time it runs, there's a 40% chance it will get one of these guys. That, or each time it runs, it builds up to 40% of them. but I'm not sure. But it's a way for us to deal with our kind of our slag problem here. Except we're not picking up slag. Why are we not picking up slag? Oh, we have too much slurry. I'm still confused about some of this here. Like, why are you not picking this up and putting it in there? Oh, I'm full here on the sulfuric wastewater. Flamethrower damage, okay. We actually have too much of this other stuff. Water purification. So here's where one of these things would be awesome. Alright, let's go to this. Nope. This. Nope. This? Yes. Overflow valve. Alright, so whenever this is too much, right, we're going to want this to clarify. So what will happen is this will only allow stuff through to get rid of if there's too much backlogged here. That makes sense? Otherwise it will push it over this way. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Because this thing makes tons of this purified water. We could almost, I bet you we could almost even take this out. But it's alright. This is kind of our slag setup. Hooray. We're making a little bit of ore and whatnot, but the ore is kind of whatevs. It's more of just finding a way to get rid of all of this slag buildup that we're getting. Because there is a lot of it. Right? So, let's, you're not making any, because you have too many. You have too much slurry, because it's not being used fast enough. Yeah. So finding the right balance to this is something that I'll have to do off camera or something, but this is the general setup that we could do, which is pretty cool. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. When next we meet, I think we're going to start looking at making some plastics so that we can start making batteries and get into some more stuff, because we're going to want to start getting back towards our bus and making progress. Right now we've been kind of building up our raw materials so that we can move forward, that seems to be taken care of. So now we can start getting into more advanced things. As we get into more advanced things, we'll start utilizing the chemical petrochem side of things a lot more. We'll also start seeing some upgrades in our metallurgy here, because while we have the basics, what we need now here, we also need to start looking at up in this direction, start getting nickel ingots, silicon ingots, start doing some blending to see if we can get some of the other types of stuff happening and some more smelting going on. It'll be great. But until next time, I've been Shadowblade. You guys stay sharp.